So I got a bunch of mower maintenance to do today so that everything's ready to go for tomorrow. Another day of mowing. It was supposed to rain like a whole week this coming week, and now they changed it to I think Wednesday and Thursday, but Thursday's like a 20% chance and Wednesday's like a 40% chance, but I think it's not till later in the afternoon, which would be great. I don't want another week behind already. Let's break it up a little bit here and there. But the new FS94, way underpowered compared to the 111s, but I expected that anyway. But it does do a great job, and for everyday weekly trimming, it's going to be a phenomenal mower. Yeah, it's going to, sometimes I use it as a mower for small areas, but it's going to be a phenomenal trimmer. I did have to right away, something I usually do right away on everything, pull the spark arrestor out. I know some of you guys are totally against that, and I know some of you guys like freak out and oh my god and don't do that. And two things. One, if I'm in like 3 foot tall weeds, it's dry and hasn't rained in 3 weeks, maybe it might be an issue. Other than that, it's not blowing sparks out of there. It's not gonna start anything on fire. Let me tell you something, if your exhaust on your trimmers or your mowers or anything is blowing sparks out, you have a bigger problem than a spark arrestor. You better address that. And two, some people say it voids a warranty. These are $300 trimmers. I don't really care. I run them until they die, and then I go and buy another one. I could care less about a warranty. Nothing really breaks on these other than something stupid and simple that I can fix relatively cheaply. I have a thing with saying weird words that I can fix relatively cheap on my own anyway. My trimmers really never go to the dealer for anything. I just fix them myself if anything goes wrong. But I've been running them like this for years, never an issue. I'm not concerned about a spark arrestor, but they do run a hell of a lot better without them in there. So they gotta go, and they're gone. Let's address another issue. So here lies another issue. The Scag SWZT. This thing's pretty dirty. We had to go through some thick, crazy stuff. It's nice and dry now. It'll wipe right off and clean up. Okay, so I know a bunch of you guys are going to say, I told you so, and that's fine, whatever, I don't really care. But the fact of the matter is, this machine cuts great. It is a nice riding machine. Now I got the Scag weight kit on here. Now I got the Velcro on the back. Now I have the power shoe with the foot pedal. You just kick it, no more toggle switch. You don't have to take your hands off the controls. For what it is a great machine. Now, the yards I have that have small gates but bigger open backyards, which is a good percentage of them, it does really well. Still minor difficulty, but does really well. I do have a bunch of smaller gates with not so much smaller backyards, but a lot of tight areas, okay? So it's still much better to have a 36 machine than the Toro 30. Time Master, it's definitely still saving me time. This thing is not as easy to maneuver around them tight spaces as I figured it should be. So it's becoming an issue. It currently has 2.9 hours on it. I definitely should have bought a stander. A 36 or even a 32 would be great. I know a couple guys that have them. One doesn't use it at all and the other one doesn't use it that much. Neither of them are willing to sell them. I guess they would rather just see them rot away than actually make some money off them and get used, but whatever, that's their own choice. So I've been looking online and I found one. It was a nice, it was a 36 right stander, key start, not the pull start like some of them are, key start. It needed 2 front spindles because they were just bent up, and it needed a battery. Other than that, ran great, had 1,000, just under 1,100 hours on it. The guy wanted 2,600 bucks. So I was gonna go buy it and then just sell this. But it sold in 4 hours of being listed. So that's a no-go. I sent a message to my dealer yesterday where I bought this, and I said, listen, I know you don't do trade-ins, but is there any way, this is a shot in the dark, is there any way you'd be willing to take this back as a, like, trade it back into you, and I'll just do the difference for a stander. And to be honest with you, even though I love Scag and I love the Scag V-Rides, the V-Ride 36 stander is long, okay? So I've been doing my research, and what I found is a 36 or a 32 right stander B is a lot shorter, which would save me a lot of trailer space. It would be a lot easier to maneuver, a lot easier to handle in that 36 or 32 right stander B. Even though you guys know I don't like the way a right cuts, that's on big open properties. This for a limited use mower, which is like you guys know, that's why I bought this, that right stander would still do just fine to fit my needs. So the right stander B on Wright's website says they're right around $5,200, something like that. This machine, I paid under $5,000 for it because I got the Simply the Brave discount, but this machine I think retails at $52,000. Plus I have the $250 brand new Velke on the back, the $400 power chute on the side, and this Scag weight kit. So combined, this is technically worth more than that right B. So I don't know. He hasn't answered me back. I'm thinking that he's probably not going to want to do it because I don't know that he really has a market to sell these. When I ordered this, he told me he really never sells them. So I don't know that he's going to want to do it, and I can't fault him for that. It was my mistake, not his. But that would be phenomenal if he did. So that's where we stand with this. I screwed up. What are you going to do? So I'm going to look for a stander, a 32 or a 36. I'm going to look for a stander, a used one. I don't want to go and buy a brand new one and shell all that money while I'm still sitting on the loan for this one that I have to make payments on. So I don't want a payment on two standers, or two mowers. So I'm going to look for a used one. If I can get one for $2,500 or less, even if it needs a little work, no big deal. I'll just go through it and redo it myself. But I don't know. That's where we stand right now for that. So let's refocus over here. These machines, these are the golden children this year. These are the highlights. These machines are phenomenal. Good Lord, I love these machines. The shining star of this year, what do you think it is? The Oxmark Lasers EX Series 52, the Scag V-Ride 2, both of them have 25 horsepower Kohler EFI engines. Who's the shining star this year? It's that one. It's without a doubt that one. This machine is handling wet grass like there's no tomorrow. It is going through wet, tall, thick grass. It's blowing it out. It's not shooting out clumps. If it does shoot out clumps, we're raising the deck one notch and Billy's fanning it right out, cleaning it up. This thing is handling phenomenal. It is doing a beautiful job. Far better than my Skags in the past when it comes to heavy, thick, wet grass. This machine is doing the same thing. It's handling great. This thing is faster than this one. A lot of guys think if I get a bigger engine, my mower will go faster. Your mower has absolutely nothing to do with the engine when it comes to speed. Your speed is all in your hydros. It depends on what hydros are on the machine. This machine has bigger hydros than this machine. That's why this machine is faster, okay? This machine is heavier than that machine, and it's still faster. It's your hydros. It's not the bigger engine. The bigger engine, that comes into play when you're mowing heavy, wet, thick grass. Everyday mowing, doesn't matter, okay? EFI, heavy, wet, thick grass. These bigger engines, these EFI engines are designed for heavy, wet, thick grass, okay? They're not designed for speed. They're not designed for everyday mowing in regular, normal, dry conditions. That's where they shine. It's a common mistake. I hear people comment a lot or read a lot of comments on my videos. That's where it comes into play. That's the difference. You know, everybody wants bigger engine, bigger engine. I want the 37, the 38 EFIs. I want my machine to be faster, you know, this and that. You got it all wrong. You have it completely wrong, okay? So anyway, these machines are great because they both handle heavy, wet, thick grass. They're great because they're EFI, and I can mow for days at a time without fueling these machines. Just endlessly running these machines. They go forever. This has an 8-gallon tank. This has a 12-gallon tank. But this is insanely comfortable. The reason this one is the winner, this is the golden child, is because one, In my opinion and Billy's opinion, I know a lot of people have different opinions. In our opinions, this machine, we would, if we're on a big property on the machine for a long time, we would rather be standing than sitting. It's just our preference. A lot of people would rather sit, we'd rather stand. So that's one reason this one is the golden child. Another reason is this is a lot easier to jump on and off of to pick up garbage. We have a lot of properties, a lot of commercials that have garbage everywhere. This is a lot easier to jump on and off of than this one. Some of the highlights that makes this one better is it has the foot pedal to lift the deck up and down. You're going over tree roots, you see something in your way, things like that. I can just hit that pedal, raise it up, raise the deck up, go, drop the deck back down. Much easier than reaching over and grabbing the arm control to raise the deck up on this one. They both now have the foot pedals for the power chute, up and down, which makes things so much easier on both of them. That makes them great. They both have bagging systems with the blower, the turbines on the side, which makes them great when it comes to doing leaves or bagging anything. Yeah, so I'm sure there's a couple other reasons. Maybe I'm forgetting. Billy and I were talking about this yesterday, but this one is definitely the preferred one. It definitely stripes way better than this one. I did order a stripe kit for this mower. This mower does stripe really well. It leaves some decent stripes, but this Scag will stripe dirt. It don't matter the height you're cutting at. The higher you cut, the better your stripes are going to look. But this thing will stripe everything and anything. This one, it's kind of iffy. It leaves some decent stripes, but not that great. So I did order a stripe kit for the back of this machine. That one will be here in a few days, which will make this much better. But I couldn't have asked for two better mowers this year. This one eventually may end up getting switched out with a cheetah. I'm really, really interested in the cheetahs. If I decide to keep a sit-down mower, or I might eventually just go with two V-rides, two standers, and just be done with it. I don't know, but for right now, no interest in buying any more bigger mowers. Like I said, my issue is either a 36 or a 32. But as far as bigger mowers go, I have no interest in doing anything with these mowers. Just keep running them. They're doing everything we need and then some, and I think they're going to be phenomenal for the foreseeable future. But for right now, I have to lift both these up, scrape both these decks, sharpen the blades on both these machines, and these are good to go for another week of mowing. And that's it. I'm not going to film all that. I pretty much just wanted to put this video together today to kind of go over the SWZT and to address I don't know, some things about these mowers. A lot of people have been asking me, what do you prefer now that you have the X-Mark, and do you still like the Scag and this and that? So I wanted to address that. So nothing really entertaining in this video today. I got a lot to do today. I got to get this done, get it knocked out. I have dinner at my mom's this afternoon. A lot of stuff to address. So that's pretty much just going to be the video for today. And we will catch you guys in the next one. I won't do a full ending. Save that for Billy. But we'll catch you guys in the next one.